an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower and emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder and go higher. We need your energy. So get up, get loud. Every clap, every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment. We can feel it.
We can hear you.
Tucson, are you ready?
I said, are you ready?
Tucson, are you ready?
Are you ready for Monster Jam?
Tucson, this is Monster Jam.
Tucson, Arizona, welcome to Monster Jam! It's time for the first competition of today's event. It's time for JCB Racing. All 8 drivers have been bracketed into a random draw, and now they're going to race it out to see which 4 move on to the semifinals. Tucson, Arizona, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first, all the way from Sarasota, Florida, make some noise for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. And her opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, it's Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This is the very first meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers. Right now, we are waiting to see who will take home the first race pass win. They're approaching the starting line. We see 4 amber lights. Let's go green. Your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger is now at 1-0 against Angelina Knock in Megalodon. So he will be moving on to the semifinal round of the JCB Racing competition. Coming up next, all the way from Cadillac, Michigan, get loud for Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Racing against the man from Williamsport, Maryland, Matt Cody, Grave Digger. This is the 8th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Grave Digger at 5-2 against Jurassic Attack. Will Jurassic Attack bridge the gap, or will Grave Digger continue to dominate? Your winner is Grave Digger. Now, Matt Cody is at 6-2 against Jurassic Attack, Tim Hall Jr. Therefore, he will be advancing on to the semifinal round to face off Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Our next competitor from Huntington, West Virginia, make some noise for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. And his opponent from Oak Harbor, Washington, get loud for Carson Williams, ThunderRoarus. This is the 5th meeting between both of these drivers. Right now, they are neck and neck with 2-2 wins apiece against one another. Who is going to win this next round and break the tie? Your winner is Velociraptor. He has broken the tie. Now, Cliff Turner is at 3-2 against Carson Williams in ThunderRoarus. Therefore, he will be moving on to the semifinal round. I'd like to check in with Alex Miniak right now to talk about that last matchup between ThunderRoarus and Velociraptor. Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. As you notice, our tech officials down there are swapping out that gray turn cone. Now, it was not a disqualification in our last race, but normally when you make a pass and you hit that cone or you move it outside that flowered circle there, that counts as a disqualification. Cutting it too tight, coming around that turn, but everything so far so good, and that cone is now replaced. But watch for it, because that could end up with some interesting results as we continue in JCB Racing.
Coming up next from Whittier, California, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And his opponent from Rockport, Texas, it's Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the 17th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Earthshaker at 11-5 against El Toro Loco. Two of the fastest in the sport, but only time will tell who is going to take home the final win of round one. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. Too close to call in that final round one matchup. The officials have to take a look at the replay to see who in fact crossed the finish line first. And I've just been told your winner is Earthshaker. Alex Barden is now at 12-5 against Armando Castro in El Toro Loco, so he will be moving on to face off Velociraptor during the semifinal round. A very exciting round one of the JCB Racing competition. First up, Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Angelina Knock in Megalodon for the first time this season, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian moving on to the semifinals. Blake Granger will be facing off Matt Cody in Gravedigger, who surpassed Jurassic Attack across the finish line in the second matchup. Third matchup, ThunderRoarus versus Velociraptor, with Velociraptor moving on as well to now face off Earthshaker once again, who beat El Toro Loco during round one. Fastest four have now moved on to the semifinals. Monster Jam fans, coming up next is the semifinal round. The fastest four trucks have now moved on to the semifinals, and now only the fastest two will make it into the final round. So, Tucson, Arizona, make some noise if you're ready to see more JCB Racing. Your winner is Gravedigger. Alex, let's take a look at that recap. There we see right there Gravedigger and Monster Mutt Dalmatian, but same thing happened to Blake Granger as Carson Williams hitting that turn pod. Therefore, Gravedigger will be moving on to the final round. Final matchup of the semifinal round, it's Velociraptor versus Earthshaker. Your winner is Earthshaker.
Tucson, Arizona, we are now down to the final 2 racers of JCB Racing. They're going to battle it out to see which one goes home with the first 8 points of today's event. I know Section 207 is ready, but Tucson, Arizona, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing finalists?
First up, once again, all the way from Williamsport, Maryland, he's piloting that black and green wrecking machine. Get loud for Matt Cody, Grave Digger. And his opponent, once again, it's his birthday, and he's all the way from Rockport, Texas. Let me hear you scream for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the 10th meeting between both of these drivers right now, with Earthshaker at 5-4 against Gravedigger. Who will win? Hang tight 1 second, Monster Jam fans. Too close to call. Too close to call. The officials are gonna have to go ahead and take a look. And I've just gotten word, your winner is Gravedigger. Matt Cody in Gravedigger is now taking home the first 8 points of the event. Tonight, right here, taking home another JCB Racing competition win. This is a total of 3 so far this season for Gravedigger. Matt Cody, I'm sure, is very proud of being the first one to do it here this weekend in Tucson, Arizona, especially considering the fact that he was just up against a finalist, Alex Barden, who has been deemed one of the fastest drivers in the sport. This right here has definitely increased Matt Cody's race win percentage overall so far. Tucson, one more time for the black and green wrecking machine.
All right, Matt Cody, winner of JCB Racing, getting the first 8 points of the competition. And let's turn this way, see our friends over here. They want to see as well. You know, so important. I know you've dealt with some tricky track conditions as well, coming through here, and you mastered it. You did great, and here we go, establishing a JCB Racing win.
Yeah, Alex, you know, I'm not in Williamsport, Maryland anymore. You know, it is hot out here, and we definitely turned the heat up a little bit more, screaming it out here. Man, this has got to be one of my favorite dirts so far. It was a little intimidating at first coming in. It looked a little slick, a little, you know, it was going to throw you everywhere, and practice didn't go good for me. I ran this turn pole over, and I just had to go back to the drawing boards, regroup, and we took out some heavy hitters. Tim Hall, who's right behind me in the point standing, put him in the dust, and Blake Granger and Alex, man, those are top-notch racers on this tour, and when you can take them out, you deserve to be right here on top.
Absolutely, and you know what? A lot of competition here. The next competition is two-wheel skills. What can we see from the Gravedigger?
Well, I can't let all the tricks out of my sleeve yet, but it's slick for racing. That's what we wanted. We're going to see what two-wheel skills comes into play. You guys are the judges. Judgeszone.com. Get your phone out. Score us the best you can, man. We're going to come out here. Front tires, back tires, maybe the side tires. Who knows? The louder you guys get, the louder we're going to get. So one more time, Tucson, if you're having fun, let me hear you.
Matt Cody, Gravedigger.
First attempt was a stoppie. She still has one more attempt remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, scoring is now open. Make sure to scan that code up on the screen or go to judgeszone.com. Use the city code TUC for Tucson, TUC, and then slide that BKT tire up or down to lock in the score you think that two-wheel skills challenge run deserved. But then when you're done with that, let me see you make those jaws of life and get loud for Angelina Knockin' Megalodon.
Angelina Knott coming out strong. First two-wheel skills competitor of the evening. We saw a great stoppie where she balanced on those front two BKT tires. Let's see what you gave her at judgeszone.com. 4.992. That right there is your score to beat. One more time for the leading lady, the beautiful Angelina Knott Megalodon. Our next competitor, we call him Timmy Two-Wheel, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. First attempt, that right there was a popper up onto the pod. Tim Hall Jr. still has one more attempt remaining. Check it out as he balances on those front two BKT tires. He tosses his steering wheel out of the window onto the track.
Scoring is now open. Head over to judgeszone.com and lock them in. But then I want to hear you get loud for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
I've got to say, Monster Jam fans, watching a combination is pretty exciting. If we run it back, we saw a stoppie into a nose wheelie. Then he removed the steering wheel from that Monster Jam truck as he moonwalked backwards up the pod, flipped onto those back two BKT tires, drove down in a wheelie, and then slap wheelied it off in a finish. Monster Jam fans, the score for Jurassic Attack is 9.107. We have a new leader, and that right there is your new score to beat. One more time for Tim Hall Jr. Coming up next, in that apex predator, Carson Williams, ThunderRoarus. Monster Jam fans, if I could have your attention, please. If I could have your attention, please. If you look below you, the blue, gray, and red plastic is put in place for your safety. If you have any belongings on it, toys, or any of your body parts on it, please remove it, hands and feet, as well as your personal belongings from the safety holds. In order for the event to continue, we have to make sure your safety comes first. First attempt, a little stoppy into nose wheelie action from Carson Williams. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Score now at judgeszone.com. Lock them in. And then make sure to turn up the volume for Carson Williams in ThunderRoarus.
That's right. Check out the replay. Watching Carson Williams balance on those front two BKT tires does not get old as he shifts side to side in that dinosaur. There you see him proud of his run, showing off those muscles. Monster Jam fans, Carson Williams flexes when he comes out to the track, and he loves to celebrate his runs. But let's see if it was enough to impress you. The score for ThunderRoarus is enough for second place, 7.772. One more time for Carson Williams. Our next competitor of the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge has something that he'd like to say.
¿Qué tal? Yo soy Armando Castro y es tiempo para el Toro Loco's Two-Wheel Skills.
First attempt was a combination from Armando Castro. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. Scan that code up on the screen and slide that BKT tire up and down. And then when you're done, throw up the horns and get loud for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
You know, it's moves like that that have allowed Armando an accolade, one of the biggest in his career, our 2024 two-wheel skills world champion, showing off a nose pick, both combinations perfectly executed. Current score to beat is with Jurassic Attack at a 9.107. And the score for El Toro Loco is 9.204. We have a new leader, and that is your score to beat. Next up, our rookie of the series, coming out strong in that dinosaur. Please help me welcome Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. First attempt was a popper up onto the pod. Velociraptor still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. You know what to do, Tucson. Scan the code, lock them in. But then when you're done, let me see the claws come out and get loud for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
And there you see in the slow motion, super glue glued to the action replay, popping up onto the pod and balancing on those front two BKT tires, a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. Cliff Turner executed it perfectly, and then his second attempt, we saw him go for a sky wheelie, which is where you aim for picture-perfect verticality as high as you can. There you see him waving to all you fans, proud of that run. Scores are now locked. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. Enough for fourth place, 7.071. One more time for Cliff Turner. Coming up next, please help me welcome back to the track, Alex Barton, Earthshaker.
Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com, and give the score to the birthday boy and make some noise for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
While you're scoring, check out the replay. Alex Barden demonstrating his technical skills. It's no secret how fast he is, but check out how strong he is as well. That right there definitely qualifies for a score at judgeszone.com. And look at him, he even got a brand new haircut for his birthday. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Earthshaker is enough for fourth place, 7.424. How about we say happy birthday to Alex Barden? Coming up next, he's already taken home one competition. Can he take another? It's Matt Cody, Grave Digger. Looks like that first attempt would have been a stoppie. Looks like that side of the track may be a little slippery. Nevertheless, Gravedigger still has one more attempt left.
Scoring is now open. Head to judgeszone.com and set those scores for the one and only Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
There you see it once again. Second attempt was a popper onto the middle of the pod as he balances that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck effortlessly, demonstrating not only why he is behind the wheel, but just exactly how he has managed to become a veteran of the sport. The score for Gravedigger is 6.782. One more time for Matt Cody. Next up, it's Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. First attempt, longest we've seen all evening of a stoppie from Blake Granger, and then a little backwards action in that puppy dog to round it out. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Lock those scores in now, Tucson. And as soon as you're done doing that, I need you to get up and get loud for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Blake Granger is also a veteran of the sport. It's moves and combinations like that that have earned him multiple accolades and series championships along the route of his career. We saw not only stoppies, but also, once again, backwards action, and he loves tossing in a slap wheelie at the very last moment. But was it enough for the top spot? The score is locked at judgeszone.com. Current score to beat is with El Toro Loco at a 9.204, and the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.262, which means your winner of the two-wheel skills challenge is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger is taking home the next 8 points of the event tonight right here in Monster Jam. He's already leading the series for Arena Championship Series West, and he already has the most competition wins thus far. He's making his way to the top of the pod. We'll have the opportunity to hear from him in just a moment. I know he's very proud of that run, very excited. Now totaling the season, he has 18 skills wins. One more time for Blake Granger.
Blake, you were telling me back in the pits that you love these track conditions. It's got just the right amount of moisture for you, and you walked your dog all over this pod. Very nice stuff, sir.
100%, man. This is my first time right here in Arizona, and I am super excited to have a 5-event weekend and be able to tear it up in this Monster Mutt Dalmatian with all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. We're just getting started on this good old Friday night, and you guys are loud, and I'm loving it.
You know, you just completed the two-wheel skills competition. You won that. How about the all-wheel skills competition? Monster Jam Freestyle, what are you cooking up, bud?
Man, you know, I was blessed enough to win the World Finals Freestyle Championship last year, so I got a massive target on my back from every single driver in this company. But you know what that means? Every time I come out here, for every single one of you Monster Jam fans, I am going to drive that truck as hard as I possibly can, straight into the ground. But I want you guys on your feet making noise. Let me hear you. Are you having fun in Monster Jam? Yeah. But hey, I got one question for you, and I want to hear you guys barking, baby. Where my dogs at?
We know he's having fun. Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Superstars of FMX.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. Our freestyle motocross riders are going to take to the skies and reach the very top of the Tucson Arena. Of course, we're going to need your help. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. So as we introduce our riders, let's give it a try. First up, back in Tucson, it's Billy Wilson. Next up, please welcome Cody McDonough. Right third, it is Dean Pace. And finally, the wily veteran, Joe LaRue. Our Monster Jam FMX riders are going to hit that jump and give you a little taste of what they've got in their arsenal as we line up for the FMX Best Trick Competition. Again, just like that, Tucson, we're going to need you. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. Deep Payne rocking that bike back and forth as he goes up. Jared LaRue says, you know what? I can do a seat grab for him. Billy Wilson does one of the same as well. Cody says, you know what? How about a backflip to get this crowd going? And another. It is now time for the Monster Jam FMX Best Trick Competition. Our riders once again are going to take to the skies, and much like the two-wheel skills competition during Monster Jam, we're going to need you to score our riders at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. When that screen goes red, use that code TUC and give our riders the score they deserve. Now, Tucson, I only have one question for you, and that is, who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, let's make some noise for Billy Wilson.
Billy Wilson back with us here at Monster Jam. After recovering from injury, he's been off his bike for the last 8 months, but he is back for you, Tucson. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com. Score it now. Those screens are red. Use that code TUC for Billy Wilson.
Billy Wilson pointing at you, Tucson, mid-air, mid-flight. Taking to the skies and letting you know he's got his eyes on you. As those scores are locked, the score for Billy Wilson is 7.891 to set the bar for the FMX Best Trick Competition. And our next rider, we need you to turn up the volume for Cody McDonough.
What you may notice about Cody's bike is it's completely silent. That's right, he's riding that electric start bar. And we will watch him electrify the skies. Make some noise for Cody McDonough. Oh! A backflip into the Tucson night. Score it now at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. Again, use that code TUC.
Just look at that backflip in the air from Cody McDonough for all of you here in Tucson. Throwing down that best trick competition attempt there. Looking to try to woo you all. The scores are locked, and the score for Cody McDonough is 8.431 to take that first place spot so far in the FMX Best Trick Competition. And our next rider, give it up everybody for Dean Payne.
Dean Payne riding all the way in from Paso Robles, California. Dean Payne been with Monster Jam for a number of years. He's a proud papa. Show it off for you, Tucson. Let's see what Dean's got cooked up. Give it up for Dean Pace. Oh, he says, you know what, Cody McDonough? I got your backflip. I got your backflip, and I'm throwing down again. Oh, he is pumped. And he wants those scores. Scores open, judgeszone.com. Use that code TUC.
Who needs a treadmill when you can just do a backflip on a motorcycle 2 stories in the air and get your steps in that way like Dean Pate does? Scores are locked, and the score for Dean Pate is 9.471, breaking that 9-point plane and taking that first place spot so far in the best trick competition. And last but not least, let's hear it for Jared LaRue.
Something cool about Jared LaRue, he is from Phoenix, Arizona. That's right. The home state rider is here to put on a show for you, Tucson. Let's see what the wily veteran has up his sleeve. Whoa! A wicked tail whip from Jared LaRue down the tunnel, never to be seen again. Oh, wait, he's coming back. Oh, you see, he wants the glory. Score it now at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds. Use that code TUC. Jack, wow.
What an incredible maneuver from Jared LaRue. Looking to impress everybody here in his home state of Arizona. The scores are locked, and the score for Jared LaRue is 9.673. He is your winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
You know, Tucson, that was pretty cool and all, but we are not done yet. Oh no, it is time for our Monster Jam trains. Our Monster Jam riders are going to line up one right after the next, after the next, after the next, and hit that jump in sequence. And just like we did during Best Trick, and just like we did to warm things up, the louder you scream, the higher they fly! Coming through the station with a whip train. And they went down there. Tucson, do you want to see more? Yeah, they do. Let's bring them back. That train is rolled into the station, lining it up for attempt number 2 of the Monster Jam trains. Tucson, I'm going to need you on your feet. That is what we call the trick train. I don't know. Tucson, do you want more? Yeah, they do. They like what they hear, too. You know what? I'm going to ask one more thing of you, and that's when this train leaves the station. I'm going to need a big choo-choo on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Finish it strong with the backflip train. Give it up for the riders of Monster Jam Freestyle Motocross. Billy Wilson, Cody McDonough, Dean Pates, and Jared LaRue. Jared LaRue, winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition. Jared, you know, I haven't been with Arena Championship Series West for a couple of weeks. I've been on vacation doing my thing. You have not taken a vacation, and you threw down for the home state crowd tonight.
Definitely, you know, we get to come out to Tucson once a year, and it's always awesome. You know, I grew up here in Tucson and went to high school here. The very first show was actually right here in this arena for Monster Jam, so to come back, you know, 10, 11 years later, whatever it's been, and, you know, get to see some old friends, family, everything like that, it's always awesome.
It is awesome, and you just, you know, I love that whip you do because every time you do it, you always put a new twist, a little trick into it as well, a new variation. Maybe the bike comes around a little bit more. Talk to me about how you've improved that trick over time to make it your FMX best trick.
Honestly, I just throw it as hard as I can and try to get it go 180 and, you know, see where it works out from there.
You know what? That's good enough for me. That is a great style right there. Just bring it, throw it as hard as you can, make it work, and let it shine. Jared LaRue, winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
It's time for the pinnacle of today's event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Scoring is now open, Tucson. Lock 'em in, and let me hear you get that for that gorgeous Saurus, Carson Williams, and ThunderRoarus.
A really great way to start off the freestyle round. I've just got to say, Carson Williams, big and bad in that gray and orange Apex Predator. There you see him, wheels rotating across the pod. Big jump, one after another. And he manages to cut corners effortlessly. The score for ThunderRoarus is a great first score, 7.129. That is your score to beat. Tucson, make some noise one more time for Carson Williams. Coming up next, we're sticking with the Team Dinosaurs. It's Cliff Turner, Velociraptor.
Lock those scores in now. He'll take you to the edge. He'll take you to the other side. Get loud for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Like I said before, Cliff Turner is out on the road with Monster Jam for the very first time in his career, competing on a full series. But this rookie shows up and shows out alongside 7 other competitors. We saw lots of big air and a sky wheelie back to back. In fact, I think that may be one of his favorite maneuvers now. He's really showing us how high that dinosaur can fly. The score for Velociraptor is 6.207. Make some noise one more time for Cliff Turner. Monster Jam fans, thanks to you, we have raised money to donate to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Right now, it looks like we've received quite a few donations. We'll see the leaderboard in just a moment to see which driver is in the lead. It looks like Monster Mutt Dalmatian Blake Granger so far has raised the most money, but in a close second, Gravedigger Matt Cody. Go ahead and scan the QR code up on the video board. Keep in mind, we'd rather 1 million people donate $1 than just one person donate $1 million, so that we raise awareness across the map when it comes to a huge partnership right here at Monster Jam. Let's save another child's life. Our next competitor, our 2025 reigning World Finals Freestyle Champion. Get loud for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It looks like he's lining up for that Morgan and Morgan backflip. I don't know, Tucson, Arizona, do we think he can backflip? Let's pump him up. Yes, he can, into a moonwalk combination, balancing on those front 2 BKT tires. Clock is paused right at 13 seconds for Blake Granger. Clock is paused.
The scores are, scoring is open, I should say. Blake Granger's got me tongue-tied here with that incredible run. Everyone, get loud for Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Check out the replay. I hope we can see that one more time. The replay up on the video board, that puppy dog doing that Morgan and Morgan backflip, landing on all 4 BKT paws, but then managing to go back up on to those front 2, balancing in a stoppie. There you see it again, right there. Walking it around in a circle. Only the man, Blake Granger, can make something like that happen. Scores are locked, and the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.458. That is your new score to beat.
Tucson, Arizona. After an incredible run like that, let me hear you make some noise. I'm here in the crowd with Camelia here, and we wanted to do a little something we call the helmet shuffle. And what we're going to do is we're going to have everyone take a look up at the screen. And what's going to happen, Camelia, is we're going to have you look at the screen over here. Over here. And we're going to cover a trophy with 3 helmets. Now we're going to move them all around, shaking them up. Now you got to keep your eye on where the trophy is. And you got to let me know which number it's under. Now, which one could it be? Now, Tucson, you can help out. Which number do you think it's under? Is it under number 1, Tucson? Under number 3? Is it under number 2? Camila, it's up to you, though. You get to decide which helmet do you think it's under?
I think it's under 3.
Under number 3 is the guess. There's only one way to find out, Tucson. We're going to have to take a look under these helmets. It's not under number 1. It's not under number 2. You got it! It's under number 3! You did it! Let's give a big round of applause for Tucson. Now, we have a rule here. If you win a game, you get something. And I see on the track our next competitor is Megalodon. But I want you to go home with a Megalodon of your own. But you know what? I know you had some support. You had some friends here. So you get a Megalodon as well. Both of them get a Megalodon. Tucson, let's give him a big round of applause. And let me ask you all, who's ready for more Monster Jam?
Our leading lady is ready to take a bite out of the track. Tucson Arena, let me hear you scream for Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Scoring is open, Tucson. Everyone get those phones out. Lock them in now. But then, let me see you get those jaws of life going. And let's give it up for larger than life Angelina Knock in Megalodon.
Big air from the shark as she threw it down on this Monster Jam track. There you see it again, jumping up to and fro on the pod in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. But there you see at the very end, unfortunately, she couldn't quite finish, but nevertheless, she still qualified for a score. Let's see what you gave her at judgeszone.com. 6.857, enough for third place. Make some noise again for Angelina Knock. Keep in mind, Monster Jam fans, it gets even bigger over the summer. July 4th weekend, we will be heading on over to Salt Lake City, Utah, brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission. It'll take place at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Stars, stripes, and stunts from some of the biggest and baddest drivers in the sport. 28 Monster Jam trucks will compete for 4 world championships. Head on over to monsterjam.com to snag your tickets for World Finals.
All right, Tucson, I'm hanging out here with Emmett and Andrew, and you guys don't know this yet, but you have been selected as the fans of the night. I don't know about you, but I get super hungry during an event like this with all the excitement. So Texas Roadhouse has decided to give you a $50 gift card to go grab something to eat right after this with the family. This is for you, Emmett. You can get all the desserts, you can get all the appetizers, whatever you want. That is for both of you. Tucson, let's hear it for Emmett and Andrew.
In the mood for a hearty hand-cut steak and tasty made-from-scratch sides? Head down to Texas Roadhouse for legendary food and legendary service. Download the Texas Roadhouse mobile app to join the wait list. Be sure to scan the QR code tonight for a free appetizer. We're all winners right here at Monster Jam. Coming up next, our 2024 Arena West champion, all the way from Williamsport, Maryland, it's Matt Cody, Grave Digger.
Score now, and then I want to hear you get loud for the pilot of the black and green wrecking machine. Let's hear it for Matt Cody in Grave Digger.
Monster Jam fans, I don't even know where to start. From start to finish, there you see Grave Digger just throwing that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck across the arena, across the pod, cutting the corners as quick as he can to be able to maintain his momentum. Check it out, more big air, and I know that he's proud of that run. But was it enough to land him in the top spot? Currently, your score to beat is with Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And the score for Grave Digger is Enough for second place. Great score, 8.967. Get loud one more time for Matt Cody. We're going to keep things rolling along with our dinosaur. Put your hands together for Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
Scoring is now open, Tucson. Lock it in. And say it with me as we get loud for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
Monster Jam fans, Tim Hall Jr. has been piloting that dinosaur all season and getting bigger and better every time he throws it down in freestyle. I mean, just take a look at the video board during this replay. Also another driver whom I love watching cut corners left and right to maintain his momentum. But did he impress you? You, the fans at judgeszone.com, determine the score. Let's see what you gave him. Looks like it's enough for third place, 8.039. Get loud one last time for Tim Hall Jr. And while we have a break in the action, Monster Jam fans, thanks to you, we have raised money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And I have just received word that our St. Jude ambassador of the event is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger has raised the most money tonight, but we got to keep things rolling along. Tucson Arena, who's ready for more Monster Jam freestyle?
Tucson, get loud. It's time for Earth Shakers freestyle.
Scoring is now open. You know what to do, Tucson. Lock them in. Give it up for Earthshaker. And then, on the count of 3, I want you all to say happy birthday to our Earthshaker driver. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's give it up for Alex Martin one more time.
That's right. Don't forget to get that score in at judgeszone.com. Look at that picture-perfect smile just hanging out of the side of that dump truck. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com. And the score for Earthshaker is enough for 5th place, 7.068. One more time for the birthday boy. Our final competitor of the freestyle round, he was our 2025 Fall Stadium Series champion, Tucson Arena. Get loud for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Scoring is now open. Let me see you throw up those horns and get loud for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
This is your final opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. It's moves like that that have earned Armando Castro a series championship multiple times, as well as a world championship here at Monster Jam. Cuts corners, snags big air, and saves that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck each and every run. But was that enough to secure the top spot? It's up to you, the fans, at judgeszone.com. The score for El Toro Loco is enough for 2nd place, 8.977, which means your freestyle winner and overall event champion is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger not only has taken the last 8 points of the event, but also he will be taking home the trophy here at Monster Jam once again. You can't stop the man behind the wheel of the puppy dog. And there you see him showing some love to his crew chief, Chad Triplett, aka Tractor, out here making the dog fly, showing just how wild he can ride. One more time again for Blake Granger.
Blake, when we talked at the end of the two-wheel skills competition, you told me you were just getting started. 5-event weekend. Now you take event number 1, BKT overall event champion.
100%, man. I told you guys this was my first time right here in Arizona, and I was going to make sure to get you guys on your feet, having fun right here at Monster Jam, man. You know, I got a family of my own. Hats off to them back home watching me, man. I love you guys. But to have you guys here with your families and your kids having fun at Monster Jam, that's what it's all about, man, to come out here and just have a good old family fun night. And that's what Monster Jam's all about. But hey, did you guys have fun tonight? Let me hear you. Yeah. And hey, we still got 4 more to go, man. That's insane. 5 Monster Jam events right here in Tucson, Arizona. And you know what? I can promise you one thing. We're only getting started. We're going to fix that puppy dog, and we're going to drive it harder and harder and harder through this entire weekend because we're trying to win this championship, and we're trying to get that bid to the Monster Jam World Finals, Salt Lake City, July 4th weekend. And I want to see all you guys there because I promise you one thing. You think we threw it down tonight? I can promise you when you get me in a football stadium, I'm going to jump it out of that stadium, and we're going to tear it straight to the ground because that's what everybody wants to see right here at Monster Jam. But hey, hats off to my crew chief Tractor, man. He builds one bad truck. All the UNOA's technicians, all these amazing Monster Jam drivers here tonight. And thank you guys for coming out. So you know what? I'm going to leave it with one thing and one thing only. Where my dogs at?
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, your BKT overall event champion.
Congratulations once again to Blake Granger and Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking home yet another BKT overall event championship. I've got to say, Jack, there were a lot of highlights today. My personal favorite was watching him do the Morgan & Morgan backflip, but what about you?
You know, I think it was watching Blake Granger walk away with yet another BKT overall event championship. You know it. Anyone who watches us knows it. I have been pounding the table that he deserves to be #1 in the power rankings from Monster Jam. I see every single week he's always in that top 3 or 4. I think he proved yet again he should be #1 in that power ranking. I have a feeling by the time this weekend's over, there'll be no denying Blake Granger.
Well, we see who is standing for the puppy dog. Monster Jam fans, once again, my name is Eunice Cruz, your play-by-play host. On behalf of myself, my co-host Jack Farmer, and our pit reporter Alex Miniak, we had a blast here in Tucson. We hope you did too. And we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.